informs Penny that the ELT is located around row 20 and tells her to make sure its indicator light stays on once she activates it. He reassures Cora that they'll find her family. Moments later, Cora spots a shark attacking a floating corpse and quickly alerts Ben. They both shout to warn Penny that there are sharks in the water, but she's too far away to hear them and continues swimming. Ben quickly inflates a life raft and paddles into the shark-infested water with Cora to rescue Penny. As Penny swims, she senses something behind her. Just as she hears Cora screaming her name, the shark suddenly attacks. Ben paddles as fast as he can and desperately tries to save her, but he's too late. It fatally mauls Penny before turning toward the raft, forcing Ben to fend it off by repeatedly striking it with his paddle. In the midsection, the plane remains perched precariously on the coral reef. Suddenly it shifts, allowing water to flood inside, knocking a woman named Maritine down. But fortunately, Jim saves her. Sam insists they have to move before the entire section sinks. He asks the flight attendant for help.
Open your eyes, dumbass. Can't you see the stew's totally fried?
Just leave her alone, Kate. She's in shock. Let me help you.
Jim asks if she's a doctor, but she shakes her head, saying she's actually a veterinarian.
Right. Put a coat on her. Stop him from licking himself.
See, that's why I prefer animals to humans.
Realizing they don't have much time, Sam tells everyone they need to move. Hutch asks where they're supposed to go. Into the water, Sam replies.
Take some weight off.
Kid's right. There's a coral reef under us. It might take some pressure off it. You go then.
One person won't make a difference.
The two begin arguing, but Jim quickly diffuses the situation. A few survivors decide to follow Sam's plan, and Hutch is stunned to see both his friend and his coach joining them. He tries to stop them, but they ignore him.
Guess you ain't getting me that vodka soda anytime soon.
Moments later, the piece of fuselage Lily is on begins to sink beneath the water. Despite the pain in her injured leg, she carefully slips into the ocean and swims toward the midsection of the plane. As soon as she reaches it, Sam rushes over and hugs her. Suddenly, the coach is dragged underwater by a shark. Hutch's friend dives in to save him, only to be dragged under as well. Hutch instinctively tries to help, but Jim grabs him and holds him back. Enraged, Hutch blames Sam for the death of his coach and friend, shouting that it was his idea to get into the water in the first place. Just then, Ben arrives and breaks up the fight, telling Hutch that losing his temper isn't helping anyone. Back in the tail section, Becky offers Finn some nuts, but he shakes his head, saying his mom told him that eating nuts would make him fat.
What kind of a mother would say a thing like that?
Matt quietly asks Zoe how much air she thinks they have left. She replies that it's really low. Matt points out that if they stay there, no one will come to rescue them. Zoe then says she'll swim out first.
Find your family. No, not on my watch. I can do it.
I know the plan better than you. And you have a broken wrist.
You made better, remember?
Becky tells him not to go. Smiling, Matt tells Finn to look after the ladies while he's gone.
Look after them.
Put her back. Better than you. And you.
You remember my name?
He dives into the water and swims out through the tail section of the plane. When he finally surfaces, he begins shouting for help. Suddenly, he's startled to find a man floating nearby, Declan.
My daughter, Cora.
Back in the midsection, the survivors grow restless. They wonder how the plane could have simply fallen out of the sky and ask how long it will take for rescuers to arrive. Dan angrily blames Ben, accusing him and the airline of causing the disaster. Ben calmly tells everyone that he understands they want answers and promises they'll get them. For now, he instructs them to retrieve the life raft from the overhead compartment and the life jackets from beneath the seats. He advises Cora to stay where she is before going to retrieve the ELT. However, he accidentally drops one of its antennas and dips his head underwater to retrieve it. Trembling, Cora quietly calls out for her father. Ben resurfaces and activates the ELT. Moments later, he realizes Cora is missing. He hands the ELT to Dan and tells him to get it safely onto the raft. Ben quickly finds Cora and carries her to safety. At that moment, the structure of the plane suddenly shifts as the coral reef can no longer support the pressure, allowing water to rush in and knocking several people off the raft. Dan desperately climbs aboard but drops the ELT. Jim helps Ben and Cora onto the raft. Nearby, Sam notices Hutch floating in the water and immediately swims over to rescue him. Once everyone is aboard, Ben asks Dan where the ELT is. Frustrated, Ben says all Dan had to do was get it onto the raft. Dan snaps, saying that if it was so important, he should have held onto it himself.
Is that what they need to find? And you lost it?
Hey, don't put this on me, man.
Just then, Cora spots Sam and Hutch struggling in the water.
No way. No, they can swim to the other raft.
Ben realizes the current is getting stronger and says they have to move fast if they're going to save them.
Who the hell are you to decide? I'm the captain. It's my plane. Oh, that plane? Great job. Huh? People are dead because of you. You want to risk our lives to make yourself feel better.
Ben punches back, saying he's going to save them whether Dan agrees with him or not. Dan tries to climb into another raft, but the others push him back into his own. Ben and the group then row towards Sam and Hutch, successfully pulling them aboard.